25 years ago, the US launched a war on terror following the 9/11 terror attack. And while it succeeded in killing the Al-Qaeda founder, Osama bin Laden, and his number two, Ayman al-Zawahiri, the threat of terrorism remains as potent as ever, not just from the Al-Qaeda, but also groups like ISIS and Al-Shabaab. As per the UN Security Council's monitoring team, Al-Qaeda and its affiliates have 50 times more recruits than what they had at the time of 9/11. 50 times more. The latest data gathered via spy agencies showing that there are 25,000 Al-Qaeda fighters across the world at present, in contrast to the 500 members it had in 2001. That is what has emerged. The UN warned that terror groups have become more technologically savvy and regularly post videos on how to create armed drones and liquid explosives, thereby bolstering their threat. Let's just break this down further for you, bit by bit. When it comes to the Al-Qaeda specifically, the outfit continues to have a transnational presence. For instance, AQIM is an extremely active affiliate of the Al-Qaeda in Africa. It has around 200 fighters across southern Algeria, western Tunisia, southwestern Libya. And in case of Syria, Al-Qaeda remains a key player. For instance, concerns have been raised over the close ties which some of the new inductees in the country's army share with the terror outfit. Also, its proxy is believed to have nearly 2,000 fighters in its ranks. In fact, AQAP maintaining 2,000 to 3,000 fighters in Yemen and has conducted over 30 attacks in 2025 alone. Another Al-Qaeda affiliate, JNIM. It's a potent force in Africa. It has conducted numerous complex attacks with drones and IEDs against the security forces and civilians across Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. This terror outfit's presence in Afghanistan is largely limited to fighters of Arab origin who fought alongside the Taliban in the past. And they are believed to be present in 6 provinces, including Ghazni and Kandahar. Now, let's just turn our attention towards ISIS. It is most active in Iraq and Syria with an estimated strength of 1,500 to 3,000 fighters. 1,500 to 3,000 fighters. Moreover, there are nearly 7,000 incarcerated ISIS members in Syria who are being transferred to Iraq. Now, the group has a presence in Nigeria as well with its affiliates, Islamic State in Greater Sahara and the Lokarwa Group, which was targeted by US strikes in December last year. The neighboring country of Niger has the presence of fighters of Islamic State West Africa province, another ISIS affiliate. Besides this terror outfit also has a foothold in Libya and Somalia. One of the main current threats, though, is emerging from an ISIS offshoot called Islamic State Khorasan Province, or ISKP, based in Afghanistan and Pakistan. In 2025, 2 key leaders of ISKP, we're talking about Mohammad Sharifullah, the alleged mastermind of the 2021 bombing that killed 13 US troops, and its spokesperson, Sultan Aziz, were arrested. In fact, the tentacles of ISIS have spread even to the Philippines, where the Islamic State Southeast Asia Division has a marginal presence. On the other hand, Al-Shabaab is a big factor in Somalia, as it reportedly controls 30% of the country's territory. The outfit has intensified its operations in southern and central Somalia and even temporarily captured towns and supply routes leading into the capital city, Mogadishu. The number of Al-Shabaab fighters, in fact, is estimated to be 18,000. Now, let's just shift our attention to the question of how serious the world really is about these threats. Over the last few months, in fact, alleged ISIS operatives have been taken into custody across multiple paths, including Ethiopia, the US, France, even India. Besides this, Mehmet Goren, a Turkish national and a senior ISIS leader, was arrested from the Afghanistan-Pakistan border. He had been tasked with organizing suicide attacks, targeting civilians in Europe, Turkey, Afghanistan, Pakistan. However, the world is going through a rather tumultuous phase, of course. Wars have been raging. There is growing uncertainty, to say the least, as unity between global powers remains elusive. It's also raising a serious question. Is battling terrorism no longer a top priority? It's quite clear from the past, countries can ignore terrorism, but solely at their own peril.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.